I wanted to revisit the topic of height in Kibbe, this time looking at short yang types because I covered tall ladies in the last video on height. Why is it that these two ladies, who are both I think about 5'3" according to Google and my faulty memory, why are they flamboyant, natural, and dramatic respectively? Why aren't they flamboyant gamine? Flamboyant gamine is basically nearly equal parts yin and yang, leaning on the side of yang. Well, I mean, that seems to be them all over. They've got yang flesh, they've got yang bones, they've got that yin stature going on. So how come they're not flamboyant gamines? Surely it's all a sham. Well, I think in order to answer that, we need to look at how the flamboyant gamine is described. Your bone structure and body type, flesh, should be yang dominant, while your presumably facial features and stature are yin dominant. Well, let's look at their faces, because we already know they tick all the other boxes. Sarah Jessica Parker has quite blunt, widely spaced features. She's got some sharpness in her nose and in her eyes, but for the most part it's quite natural, quite an open face. Lucy Liu has very sharp facial features. Maybe she has a little softness in her lips, but who doesn't? As you can see, they have all yang, basically. You know, their face, their bones, their flesh, all yang. Well, I hear you say, that just proves that height is just an answer, and we can just rule it out, and there can be 6'tall romantics, so poo-poo on you. Well, first of all, that's rude. Second of all, no, well, I disagree. I would say it's necessary to give each category, that is, bone structure, facial features, flesh, and stature, equal consideration, because each category tells you where a person's yin and yang goes. You know, a flamboyant gamine is very specifically yin in the face, yang in the bones and flesh, and yin in her stature. A romantic is very specifically yin in the face, yin in the flesh, yin in the bones, and yin in the stature. A dramatic is very specifically sharp yang in the face, sharp yang in the bones, sharp yang in the flesh, and sharp yang, or just yang, really, in stature. It's not just another answer, in other words. It's not the same as saying how sharp or blunt or rounded or dainty your nose is, or how big or wide or small or narrow your feet are, and hands. It's a whole category. Ergo, it should be oh, I did that whistle thing. I don't know if it's audible, but I did. Ooh. It's a lot weightier. It's its own category, you know? So, in conclusion, let's embrace the yang, I guess. I hope this video didn't make things more muddled up. See, the thing is this. Everything makes sense in my head, and then I say it out loud, but I try. I try to make things clear. I don't mean clear as in like everything I say is gospel, because I don't know what I'm talking about. These are just my own thoughts and how I interpret the system. I mean, I didn't make it up. I didn't invent it. I'm not a scholar of this sort of a thing. So, you know, your opinion is as good as mine, and I would love to hear it. Ta-ta.